Hi, present. Good morning, all of you. Yesterday we have done string-based functions and numeric-based functions. Today we will be discussing some date and time-based functions and aggregate functions. Fine. This is what the topic we will complete today. So the very first thing that we will be starting with date and time functions. Now see, in MySQL, if you wanted to see the current date means system date. Fine. So for that particular thing, you have one function that is CURDATE. So simply you can write select then current date. So what this function will do, it is going to fetch the date from the system. Whatever is my system date, it will be fetched by that. Okay, so whenever you need to fetch the date or you wanted to fetch the, you wanted to insert the date from the system into the table, that particular time we are using this function that is CURDATE. Okay, then another is, second type of function is date function, only date. Okay, what does date function do? In this date function, we need to pass complete date in the form of dd, mm, yy, then hours, minutes, and second. It means first we have to pass the complete date. For example, 2021, 5 and 7, then space, then hours, minutes, and second. For example, 11 hours, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds. Suppose I'm writing like this. So what it is going to do? From this complete format, it is going to fetch and then it will display you the answer. Suppose if we are making any change, means suppose if we are not giving this. Okay. So if you are giving date, it is going to fetch from the date also the date time. If you are giving something different, for example, I'm giving any values randomly. So in that particular case also, what this function will do, it is going to extract the initial values. Okay, but if mistakes are there in the initial values, for example, here if I'm writing 90, so you can see in that particular case, it is not going to work. So what you have to understand that your date format has to be also proper. If it is not proper, then it will not fetch that particular date. It will give you null value because we are not having 90 in any date, no month, no date. Okay, so this is what your date function is. Then after that, we are having month function. What it do, it extract month from the given date. Let's say, for example, this is your date and you only wanted to see the month. Okay, for example, I'm writing here 05 only, and then I wanted to fetch the month. So what I will be writing month month, and see, it is fetching only the month part. Now see, for you, these are very, you will think like that, okay, what is the use of these type of functions? But see, when we are storing any date in the database, randomly, then later on we need to fetch the information month wise or date wise or year wise. That time these functions are actually very useful for making annual reports, you can say, or for making month wise reports, daily reports. So for that particular time, these functions are very useful. Okay, right now what we are doing, we are directly giving the values. Generally what we are doing, we are giving here column name, then from whatever is my table name. So like that we are giving. Then next we are having is the year function. What this year function will do, it will fetch the year part from the given date. See, if we are changing this means suppose I am writing here 07 and here I am writing 2000, suppose. So you can see again, when the format is not proper, it will not give you the proper answer. It means it is compulsory that whatever is the default format of your date, that only you have to pass over here. Then after
We
that,
have to
Anjay,
take only that.
repeat
If we have
again.
to take only 07,
If we have to give only
07, the date
date you
only.
want to know. So you can use another
Yes, ma'am.
function. Actually, it is not there in your book, but if you want only the date part, you can say over here that you want date. Okay, it will give you the date from the given year. Okay. Then next is, actually this was not there, so therefore I was not teaching this. Okay, then next function is the now function. What this now function will do, it is actually fetching the system date and time, and then it is giving you the, means as per my system, whatever is the current date, and then whatever is the current time. Even we have one more function, that is sysdate. It is also going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm repeating this. Now and sys, if you will use now function, and sysdate function if you will use, you will feel that both are same. Okay, you will feel that both are same. So, but there is one difference. Difference I will explain you with the help of one statement. Suppose if I am writing select, and you will tell me what is the difference. If I am writing select, then I am writing now. See, those who are having problem with this day function, what this will do, it is going to fetch the today's date, means whatever is the today's date. Okay, for example, 7th, this is your year, this is your month, and this is your day. So whatever will be the day will be shown if you are fetching the by using the day function. Okay, now I am writing two functions. You have to tell me two statements, and then you have to tell me the difference. First is select now, sleep, suppose 3, then again now, and then this. Then again I'm using the same function. Now instead of now I'm using sysdate. You have to tell me the difference. See the difference and let me know what is the difference, or any difference and or no difference. No difference?
Ma'am, different is there.
What is the difference?
Second.
Ma'am,
Time.
What? Time what?
In now function, it is not sleeping for 3 seconds, but in sysdate, it is sleeping for 3 seconds.
Okay, so what we can say, basically, if you will see the use of now function, what it has done, you have given in between the gap of 3 seconds. Sleep means what? You have given the gap of 3 seconds. Okay, but you will see it has fetched the information at the same time. Means one statement if you are going to use. In that, if you are using 5 now or 10 now, in that particular case also, it will fetch the information only one time. Whereas what sysdate function is doing, every time it is going to fetch the system date and then it is showing you. It means first you have written this, it will fetch the system date, then it is giving gap of 3 seconds, then it is again fetching the system date. Means if we are going to write it 5 times, it is going to fetch the system date 5 times. So therefore you can see the difference in the time over here. Okay, here it is 26 and here it is 29. Gap of 3 seconds has been given because of this sleep function. Again, this is important question for your board examination, difference between now and sysdate function. Okay, sometimes we may ask you to to show the difference with respect to one example. So whenever if you have to give the difference with respect to example, every time we are using this sleep function, and then only we are explaining that how both are going to work. Okay, with respect to the output. Now these were all that much only date and time based functions you were having in your syllabus. Then after that, next we are having is aggregate functions. Now remember that we have total 5 aggregate function. First is AVG. Names will be same, you cannot change it. AVG is for finding average. Then you have max function for finding maximum value. Min function for finding minimum value. Count function for counting number of records, and last is your sum function. So all together we are having 5 aggregate function. These are very special functions, and on and off we are using these functions. And basically these functions works on the group. Means suppose you wanted to find average of a particular column. Okay, you wanted to find maximum value from a given column, minimum value from the given column. So only these are the functions which are actually given to you. Okay, and therefore these are also called as, remember this thing, these are also called as multiple row functions. Okay, we may ask you that what are multiple rows functions, or give some example of multiple rows functions. Except these, all other functions are your single row functions, means they are working on the single row, whereas these functions are working on the multiple rows, so therefore they are also called as multiple row function. Now to understand this, first we will take any table first. So we are selecting the database, and then once this is done, we'll check which tables are there. STU, select asterisk from STU. Now see, we are having all these. Now we'll discuss all these one by one. Suppose I wanted to find average of this. So I'll simply write select average of age from table name is STU. Now see, it is showing me the average part. Average we know, we are going to add these all numbers divided by 6, means total number of terms. Okay, then next we are having sum. So instead of average, if you wanted to find sum, you can write over here sum. You can cross check sum divided by 6, as I said, will be the average. So you can cross check that this answer and this answer both are same. Okay, so sum is also working perfectly. Like this you can use max function, like this you can use min function. Even you can, after finding max or min, you can do any calculation also. Maximum age, then minimum age, and then count how many ages are there. So it is going to count and it will show you. It is counting that total number of records are 6. Okay, now see, fine. We are going to discuss one more thing. Suppose this, in count only, we are having one more question. If I am writing select count asterisk, again very common question for your board exam, and count of AVG, what will be the answer? Oh, by mistake I have printed, I have directly pressed enter key. You can see the answer is different. Okay, now my question is why? I was supposed to ask from you, but by mistake I pressed enter. Hanji. So now you have to give me the reply, why 6 and why 5?
And because average is having null.
Very good. So because average is having null, so therefore we will say it is not going to count null values. Fine. So the question for your exam is the difference between count asterisk and count AVG. So see, count asterisk means it is counting all the records. Your in a record, not a single row will be having all the null values. Fine. So therefore count asterisk is, it will count all the records, whereas count AVJ will count only those values which are not null. Okay, now one more thing, I am writing here count average. Sorry, I just wanted to count age. What will be the answer?
6.
Chalo, 6.
6.
But I wanted to count how many variations are there in the ages. Then what will be my statement?
Ma'am, count then distinct age.
Distinct.
Very good. We will be writing count and then distinct. Fine. Distinct clause we will be using. Distinct means this time we wanted to count for the distinct ages. So here it will be giving me 3 as an answer. This is the important thing that you have to take care. Remember, you can use this with the various functions. Okay, sorry, with the different values. Fine. Distinct you can use wherever you wanted to use. If you are not using distinct, then by default um, it will be giving you the all the repeated values also. Okay, now with this our chapter is complete. Whatever we have in this chapter we have completed. Then we have to discuss some question answers. Question properly. First you see the question, sorry, not question. First you see the table properly. Select all the non-medical stream student from student 1. Okay, you have to write SQL query. You are going to type in the message box. Remember this thing. Nobody is going to speak. Select all the non-medical stream students from student 1. Just check this question properly. Then you have to write the query for finding the non-medical stream students. Naman correct. Achal also correct. Twinkle correct. Vanshika also correct. Karan wrong. Vivina wrong. And I will explain the first answer. See, the very first thing is it is not given clearly that what we have to display over here. So some of you have written only name part, some of you have written asterisk, and some of you have written stream. But fine, from my side I said correct. But when nothing is given specially, that time we used to write select asterisk. So select asterisk from student 1 is the name of the table. Where? Now you see the question. All the non-medical stream student from student 1. Now you have to understand this table properly, that how you will understand that the student is of non-medical. If you will see this properly, you can see the stream. In stream it is given non-medical. So where stream is equal to, see this is exact match. Exact match means nobody will be using like clause. So over here non-medical, and whatever they have done, that only you will be writing. So non-medical, this is how you are going to write this first answer. Then your second question. List the name of those students who are in class second sorted by stipend. Yes, Naman, correct. Prince wrong. Just go through the question properly. Achal, wrong. Observe the table properly, beta, all of you. Karan, wrong. Twinkle, wrong. And Twinkle, even you are changing the sequence. You cannot change the sequence. First select, then from, then where, then order. Okay, the sequence you cannot change. Prince, wrong. Karan, you forgot stipend also. Okay, fine. I am writing the answer. See, the question is, Achal, but still you are not sure that how many sections are there. Maybe this is dummy data. We have 12th D, 12th E, 12th F. How many sections are there? We are not sure, right? So we cannot give matches like this. You need to use like clause. Okay, now the very first thing is list the names of those students. So it is clear that I'm using this only. So select name from student 1 where. Now you can see the condition what they have given of those students who are in class 12th first of all. Now 12th class, if you will see, 12th B is also there, 12th C is also there, 12th A is there. You may have 12th D, E, F, anything. So when we are not sure, we will be using like clause where class like, then 12th is fixed. After that, we don't know how many sections are there. So 12%. Then they have given sorted by stipend. Now they have not given any order. It means by default, it is ascending order only. So order by will be the clause order by stipend. Okay, this is how you are going to do this answer. Then next question. List all the students sorted by average marks in ascending and descending order. Yes, Naman, correct. Twinkle, correct. Very good. Achal, correct. Prince, small mistake. Vivina, correct. Anshika, same mistake. Karan, correct. Vanshika, same mistake. Little bit mistakes you are doing. Just see the code properly. Mistake. Fine. See, the question is list all the students. List all the students means now select asterisk. They have not given specific things, so select asterisk from student 1. This is the first thing. Then after this, they have not given any condition. Directly sorted by average marks and descending. So after this, order by AVG marks, and that too in descending, so DESC. See, a few of you are doing mistake here. You are writing name, but it was not given over here. For example, in B part, it was given list the names. So list the names means it is fixed that you are going to write the name only. When it is not given what thing you have to display, again I am repeating, that time asterisk will be there. Fine. Then the next question. Display a report listing name, stipend, stream, and amount of stipend received in a year, assuming that stipend is paid every month. See, this is what we have already done previously with one question. Yes, Twinkle, very good, correct. Naman also correct. Prince correct. Vanshika correct. Achal correct. Vivina correct. Fine. Karan also correct. Very good. Fine. Now see, question was list the report and no condition is given. So only you are supposed to write the select clause. That's it. Okay, select, and then so many column names were given to you. So select. The very first thing is name, stipend, stream. So name, comma, stipend, comma, stream. Then it is given and amount of stipend received in a year, assuming stipend is paid every month. So comma, stipend multiply by 12. Some of you have written as and whatever, fine. If you are not writing, then also fine, because it is not given over here. 12 from, then the name of your table is student 1. Okay, and semicolon. I hope this is clear. Then again, very easy question. You have to write the answer, but remember, okay, you will not speak the answer, otherwise others will not get chance to understand. Select min of AVJ marks from student where AVJ marks is less than 75. Output you have to write, remember this thing. Let me also see what is the output. Yes, Naman, correct. Twinkle, correct. Karan, wrong. Beta, this is aggregate function. Only one answer you will be getting, Karan. Prince, wrong. Karan, wrong. Vanshika, correct. Karan, every value is floating point value. Why you are using integer? Anshika, correct. Prince, correct. Okay. See, if they are not writing this condition, then also minimum value will be your 64.4 only. They have written this less than this, but then also this is no, there is no use of writing this. Answer for this is 64.4. Then second question. Select sum of stipend from student where grade is equal to B. Twinkle correct, Anshika correct, Naman correct, Prince wrong, Vanshika correct, Achal correct, Karan correct, Vivina correct. Okay, answer is C. Wherever the grade is B, so this is the grade, this is the grade, and this is the grade. For that, actually, you need to add the stipend part. 400 plus 350 and plus 400. It is 1150. This is the answer. Okay, just add this, you will get 1150 as an answer. Then next question. Select AVG of stipend from student where class is equal to 12th A. Some students are very smart. Books are already open, but the best part is no answers are given. So if you are opening your book and doing the next question, no problem. Okay, so answer Twinkle wrong, Naman correct, Anshika correct, Achal correct, Karan wrong. Prince very smart. Do that calculation and then let me know. Vanshika correct. Yes, Prince, very good, correct. Vivina correct. Okay, so as we know that it is going to add wherever 12th A was there and divided by total number of terms. So you can see 1 and 2, 12A are there. So 450 plus 500, yani 950 divided by 2, it will be 475. So 475 will be your answer. Okay, then last question of today, which is wrong. Count distinct from student. This is wrong question. So I'm just making this little bit change. I'm writing here distinct, then space stream. STREAM. Yes, all of you have given correct answer. Very good. Everybody has given correct answer. Answer is 4. Output prediction, all are doing very nicely. Okay, now for your practice, not for your practice, even for your homework, I will be giving you question answers from this chapter, fine? So that you can do it in your notebook also. So I'll be sharing you that homework part later on in the WhatsApp. Okay, then good day all of you. And from next time, we will start with the connectivity part. So just do this as soon as possible so that you will be free for doing connectivity. Okay, then good day all of you.